Hey everyone, I'm Gloria S. Crump, the Queen of Real Estate at the Coastal Leaders Realty Group, and today I have a special guest, Andrea Richardson with Adams Home Builders here in Baldwin County. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, so how long has Adams been in our market?
Well, they did start in Pensacola in '91.
Oh
but
wow,
they
so they've been in it for a while.
They did. It's family owned. Mr. Wayne Adams started it, and then he kind of got over here to Baldwin County in the late '90s.
Okay, so they've actually been around for quite some time. So with that being said, what do you feel differentiates Adams from other builders in our market?
Well, I love the fact that it's still family owned. It's not corporate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't gauge how they do and handle their company by how the stock market goes up or down.
Okay.
And plus, with our superintendents, when sometimes you look at other people building houses and they throw 50 houses on one superintendent and expect quality. It's kind of silly.
Yeah.
So Adams doesn't throw more on the superintendent than they can handle, so that they can actually focus on taking care of the houses and doing a quality
and
job.
making sure that it's done correctly and everything.
Mr. Wayne was all about keeping it simple.
Yeah.
And not overextending.
Well, and that makes a huge difference too.
Mm-hmm.
The end product and just, happy clients. So,
Yeah.
And so, now obviously Adams has some warranties that they offer. So what are those?
We have Maverick warranty. It's a third party company.
Okay.
What I like is that they're local.
Oh, that is nice.
So you have one specific person to talk to. She's at our office. She's 30 minutes away in Daphne. You're not trying to reach your warranty people and talking to 5 different people just to get one thing taken care of.
Yes.
And it's not in another state. So it's local. It's handled efficiently.
And she can speak English.
Yes, she can.
and understand us Southern speaking people.
Yes.
So that's even better.
Yes, she does.
I run into that a lot with issues.
Yeah, but it also has, usually most standard builders, you have that 1-year warranty for the workmanship, and then you have your 10-year structural. But we also provide a 2-year systems. We call it the behind the walls.
Yeah.
So your electrical, plumbing, and ductwork is warranted for 2 years as well.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I haven't heard of that with other builders, so that's really good to know. Well, neat. Well, obviously there's multiple subdivisions that are upcoming and current. What are some that you'd like to talk to us about today?
Well, Adams, like I said, they just don't overextend. We're family, so we keep it simple in that manner. But I'm in Heritage Landing. It's a relatively new neighborhood. We started at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
So, it's going to be a good sized neighborhood of 115 houses.
Well, that is good size.
So I've got a partner, Ann Baker. She's in the neighborhood with me, so we can work together and take care of the neighborhood efficiently.
And where is it exactly located for people that don't know?
So it's kind of like behind Tanger Outlet, that South Juniper Street.
Yeah.
It's right back there, a little north
That's
of
a
Owa.
great location.
So it's like right between the Beach Express and 59, so you can kind of
right in the
transition
hub,
the traffic however you need to.
And
still get a great fireworks show from Owa without being up in it.
Well, and you can shop, and now all the new dining and the restaurants that are coming in to our market is just, that is a great location. My mother lives over there.
Yeah,
so.
I love it. And but we also have Marlin Place, which is about 2 minutes down the road, really on the other side of 59.
It's off of 20.
Well, it's off Michigan by Hickory Street.
Oh, that's right. Excuse
me.
It's
right over there. But Miss Betty is there, and she's finishing off the neighborhood, so she's almost done with it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then we also have Ridgewood Park and Robertsdale.
Okay.
So those are more larger lots, larger homes in those two. Mine is more of a smaller lot, patio style home.
Oh.
So it's not too much if people don't want too much yard to maintain.
I appreciate that.
So but
less maintenance.
Yeah. So but the only thing we have up and coming at this point is going to be Colony Park, and it's going to be down Fort Morgan Road in Gulf Shores.
And you were mentioning that they were actually going to build that gold fortified.
But that, because the requirements for the code in Gulf Shores is to do that. So all of our supers have gone through the course.
That's awesome. And so that's going to be the beginning of the year, or a little farther in 2024?
A little bit in the next year. We haven't determined, but I think a few more months. they should be starting that.
And then on the buyer incentives, so I know y'all have got some good buyer incentives for the subdivisions. And then they differentiate between cash and loans. So what are those?
Well, every neighborhood has a different gift.
Yeah, different gift.
It's a different
I
gift. It's just
we all love gifts, especially at Christmas time.
Yes. Well, any kind of gift that helps people get into a home. We don't want them homeless. We want to provide people a way to get that financial needs to be at home.
Yeah.
But
American dream.
They change every month. So what I tell you I have now might not be the next month.
Gotcha.
So it's always good for people to come in and check with us and see what we have going on.
Okay.
I mean, what I have, Miss Betty does not have in Marlin Place on hers. She has a different scale of houses and a certain amount. And then I have some that I need to move, and then some that she needs, it's
and I
different.
do know, like, and with, depending on the time of the year, usually last quarter, sometimes they might push, you know, even maybe come down on the price, but, higher incentives and, discount points.
And I do have some of those right now.
Oh,
so
cool.
I do have some houses. I mean, I've only got 3. So it's for a 5.99 interest rate from FBC Mortgage that they buy. The Adams is paying for that forward commitment to help people get into their homes.
Oh, wow.
So there's different incentives for other houses that besides those ones. So it just shifts. Each house has its different incentive.
So if somebody were to want to look in your subdivision, one of the 3 houses, but they were cash, what right now? I know that next month it could be different, December, but what would be the incentive for a cash buyer?
Cash is always the same on the fact that we do a 1% discount off the base price of the house. Okay. So that's on top of what we have going on for incentives.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
And then also Adams does have 3 approved lenders at this moment. And if you use any of Adams approved lenders, then they'll help pay up to $3,000 in closing costs. It covers even some of the appraisal fee.
Oh, wow. So, because appraisals aren't cheap, so. No, it is not. So, obviously, we were talking earlier about how they'll build the spec houses, and to a certain point, somebody that comes in, they can pick out certain colors or brick, but where does that stop? Like, is it typically at the slab?
Well, it varies from the stage of the house and when somebody picks the house. Now, if they can pick the house right before the slab's poured, they get to pick all the color selections.
Oh, wow, yes.
But once we have a slab that's been poured, I have to start deferring to my superintendent and saying, what have you ordered and what can we do and not do and changing. Yeah. Because we might be able to change the countertops. We might be able to change and shift the flooring if they don't want carpet versus the LVP, or we have a Core-Tech right now. Yeah. So it just varies.
And the reason it varies, and I do know this is because so many things are like on back order, and to be able to like meet the deadline and not be a delay, that's why they have to order the cabinets and the countertops.
5 weeks on a cabinet.
Exactly. So it's one of those situations that they have to order it up front. So it's great if someone can come in, maybe pick the lot, then they get to really pick and choose. But obviously, I know that y'all have designers that pick out popular things. So even if I'm sure whatever is already picked out is going to look great. But, so what other, we were talking about, energy efficiency and such. What other incentive, not necessarily incentives, but how the property is built? Like with the energy efficient, then you also do the pre-wire.
One is brick in our neighborhoods. At least in our division, we're building all brick, which is wonderful in itself.
Yes,
in the area we live in, I want a brick house.
Yes. Especially down in this area.
Yes. So brick houses. We also provide the premium Kevlar shields for the windows and doors. Those come standard. Yep. We provide the CenturyCon termite canisters around the house, and that has a renewable bond after a year. Oh, good. Also, we have like the ceiling fans that are standard in the living room and master, but all the other rooms are pre-wired and harnessed for a fan if people want to change that out for themselves. And then also, we do have a multimedia digital box that's in our houses. So if people want smart home tech, they can choose what's friendly to them, because not all
Gotcha.
products are usually friendly to everybody. And if you don't want to pay that monthly payment that might be ungodly to them,
Yeah.
you know, they can choose what works for them and have that installed themselves.
And how smart they want it to be.
Exactly.
'Cause some people don't want a smart home at all because it ends up being a little too smart. So but that's good that it's pre-wired, and then they can pick and choose what they want to do. So it gives them the option, which I think is actually really great. And so, well, I think that's neat that y'all got, you know, what I like about the warranties is that the person's local. I think that makes a huge difference. And just even getting probably the people out there to fix the issues and just, you know, not having it a huge delay, because I could only imagine. I haven't had to deal with it personally, but I've had other clients have to. So,
and our superintendents do walkthroughs with the buyers. They educate them on the home, and they provide them with that packet for that warranty and explain how that warranty works. And that way they have the information. So if anything does come up, then they can have it handled and taken care of and hand the form in and just have it maintained. But it's been really nice seeing it, and plus even our houses are professionally landscaped, so you know, we got cute little bushes. They have a variety. Our landscapers do a really good job at that. So I like the differences from different houses.
Well, like you were saying, it gives it where it's not a cookie cutter feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I try to change up the brick and change up what's in each house so that we don't have the same thing in every house, and you're not walking into the replica of your next door neighbor, and you get
I think people do appreciate that. I tell you know, people coming in from other areas, when I'm showing them, they really actually kind of make comments sometimes about, like, you know, whether it is a cookie cutter subdivision or the fact that they like that it's not a cookie cutter subdivision. So I think that's really good that y'all actually have a professional landscaper, because it can make even a big difference. Landscaping can for the home itself, you know, kind of like, you know, makeup for a home. So, well, great. Well, I appreciate you taking time and discussing. Is there anything else you want to touch on with Adam?
I don't think there is.
Well, the good thing is we'll have your contact information at the video, and then that way, if you have any questions direct, you can either contact me or contact Andrea, and we'll be happy to sell you an Adam's home.
Well, we'd happy to help and bless somebody.
Yes, thank you so much.